guys, it's your girl LING. We back with another video, and today I'm just going to be installing some Celie hair. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but yeah, this is the company, so make sure you check them out. But yeah, so let's take a look at the inside of the box. Feel me? This comes with a lot of goodies. Feel me? You know how some companies, they be trying to send only a little bit of things. This box came full to the top. So first they came with a little bonnet. I really like this bonnet. I use it like every day now because it's mad cute for me. And it came with a little head wrap. The head wrap is a little bit too big for me, but it's still cute though. And then it came with a nice little satin bag to keep your wig in when it's not on your head, feel me? Keep it nice and protected. And it's a cute bag overall, feel me? And then it came with some wig caps because you can never have too many wig caps, feel me? Like, yeah. And then it came with some nice little mink eyelashes. I didn't put them on though because I already have individuals, but yeah, it's cute. And then obviously it came with the wig. This wig is 150% density, 20 inches. It already came pre-dyed red, pre-plucked, baby hairs, all that good stuff. This is the first time I've ever seen a wig come with like styrofoam and like you see like where the frontal area is. Yeah, I was struggling, feel me? But I've never seen a wig come with like styrofoam there, but I liked it because it kept like the hairline intact, like the frontal wasn't in like some weird shape from the way it was packaged. So I was really happy about that, and you can see that it's kind of pre-plucked, and I'm just showing you guys the length. It's 150% density, so like it's a decent thickness, but it's not the thickest, feel me? So now I'm just running my hands through it, trying to see if like it's shedding or anything, and literally no hair was coming out. And even after this install, y'all, this hair literally is not shedding at all, and I've had it in for about 4 days now, 4 or 5 days. It is not shedding. Like, I'm in love, y'all. So now I'm just putting the wig on my wig head, but I just want to show you guys that it does come with the 4 combs. So you know, the one in the back and the nape area, 2 on the side, and then the one that's like in the middle of your head, and then it got the lace in the front and a little bit of lace in the back, even though most of the time I never use that anyways. But yeah, I'm just putting on my wig head, and you can see the hairline much better now that it's on the wig head. And I'm just gonna T-pin it down with my little T-pins, feel me? So now I'm just going in, wetting the hair and slowly plucking the hairline. I don't have a plucking video up, but I mean, if I ever buy a new wig, I can make one for y'all if y'all want. But I'm still like, I'm not good at it. I'm still just like learning. But basically I wet the hairline, brush it, pluck it, part it a little bit, and just keep working my way back. This hairline was like, it wasn't too thick, but it was thick. And after finishing with that, I went in and started flat ironing my hair. All the products I use will be linked down below, like the heat spray that I use, the mousse that I use, everything will be down below. But yeah, I did this over the course of multiple days, so you're gonna see that like the background changes, the way I look changes, like everything just changes. But this hair did straighten very easily. My only thing about it is that it did seem to have like a lot of split ends that just were like little flyaways that would not stay down, that were kind of annoying me. But other than that, it like straightened really easily. So after finishing with that, I take this olive oil like setting mousse, like the wrap mousse, and I put it at the top of the wig and like on the baby hairs and stuff, and then I just comb it down. I got this from another YouTuber. I think her name is like Zoe Nawabi, and I don't even want to try to like pronounce her last name and mess it up. But I saw her put mousse on like her hairline and like the actual like the front of the wig and the top of the wig, and comb it through, and then go in with like a hot comb, and everything just stayed in place like so nicely. Like you see how sometimes at the top when people pluck their frontals really well, like the top, like where the part is and the baby hairs, like everything just looks nice. Like I realized ever since I started doing this, when I put my wigs on, the hair stays in place, and it just makes it so much easier to install, because once you do this and you apply that heat, I promise you it is not moving. Like it is better than Gatsby, because Gatsby, you know, leaves that like tacky white cast, whereas this, you do this with some heat and it's not moving, and it's not hard. Like it's still soft, but like it stays in place, and like I absolutely love it. And it just helps you mold your wig while it's off your head, so you can really like see like how it's gonna look, where you want everything to be placed. Like it's just amazing. And I realized I never show you guys the frontal once I was done plucking it, but you can kind of see it. Like I plucked it decently. I feel like it's decent. In the front, I kind of made a little bald spot on the right side, but it's okay. It wasn't really too noticeable. I didn't even realize my arm was in the way, sorry. But yeah, I put the mousse, and then you see the steam coming off of it. You just want to slowly work the hot comb through it until you don't hear like that sizzling sound anymore. And once you stop hearing that sizzling sound, that means your wig is molded, it's set, it's not moving nowhere, and everything looks the way you should want it to look, basically. Alright, I know I look crazy like an alien, but I did my ball cap off camera just because I'm not perfect with it, as y'all can see, so I didn't want to put that on camera. But basically what I'm doing is taking some foundation powder and just brushing it on the top of the lace. People put it on the bottom, I put it on the bottom as well. But I'm just showing you guys me putting it at the top, because when you're not tinting a lace, when you brush the powder at the bottom, yes, like you are making the lace like your color, but you have to remember the powder is not getting at the top of the lace neither. So you really have to like put it on the top, put it on the bottom. And I realized like after, because this is my first time doing it this way, and I realized like this came out looking so much better than any other wig I've ever done before. So for it to look like that without me having to bleach or tint the lace, like, and just having to be able to do it with foundation powder, it was just so amazing, y'all. I feel like I'm talking way too fast. I'm gonna try to slow down for y'all, I'm sorry. But yeah, you really just want to pack that powder on, because on the white mannequin head, like, you kind of see like red dots on the lace, like where the hair is, and you don't want to see red dots on your head, feel me? And with putting the powder on top and on the bottom, I felt like I did not see any red dots at all. Like, I felt like if you've never tried this before, just try it, y'all. Like, literally just try it, and I promise you, you will see a difference. As far as like sticking my wigs down and stuff, I always go in with the yellow bottle of the Got to Be gel. You can use the black one. Preferably I should have used black, but I honestly just forgot that I had it, so I didn't use it. But basically I just take the yellow bottle and I just apply to my hairline the same way you would apply like Ghost Bond, whatever like regular like wig glue you would use, you would do the same thing with the Got to Be. And just keep in mind that Got to Be is a really strong gel. It's not a glue at all. So when you're applying it, I just try to make sure I apply like a good amount, like not too much, but not too little neither. Like, I want to apply a good amount that my wig is not going to move for a couple of days. I don't want to be very skimp with it and then my wig doesn't slip back by the end of the night, feel me? So I just want to apply a good amount, and then you want to wait till it turns clear, and then going with the Got to Be freeze spray. This step is optional, but I did this the last time I was applying a wig, and I realized that like it really like kept my wig down for like a minute. Like, my wig was not moving, it wasn't lifting up, and like, I don't know, like it was just like a new combo for me. So I go in with the gel, then I go in with the freeze spray, and yeah, I just sprayed a little bit, then use the comb to, you know, spread it out, and it really, like, y'all, if you haven't tried before, just try it. And then afterwards, I just take a blow dryer on cool air and I just wave it around the hairline a little bit. I use cool air because honestly, I feel like with hot air, it becomes very like sticky. Whereas with the cool air, it becomes like more like a tacky. Alright, y'all probably like Naomi, tacky and sticky the same thing. But no, I just feel like I feel a difference. So I just use cool air because I feel like it just works better. So yeah. Sorry that I'm facing like sideways, but that's where my mirror was, and you know, this is the most important step, so I had to make sure like my wig was on properly. But when I apply my wigs, I literally just pull the frontal to the like, you know, place that I want it to be before I secure the wig in the back. Sometimes people be securing the wig in the back and then trying to pull the frontal forward and having a little bit of an issue with it. But as you can see in the back, like the frontal is not pulled down. I don't know why I'm holding my lip like that. When I be like doing voiceovers, I really be like realizing like how ugly the faces are that I be making. But yeah, I secured it back in the back after I got it to the position that I wanted it to be at. And now I'm just looking in the camera to make sure I like how it looks and stuff. Make sure everything is where it needs to be, that the wig is covering all of the wig cap. And I'm just cutting off some of the extra lace because the lace was so long and I wasn't trying to mess up my lashes, and I really didn't need all that extra lace hanging over while this stayed like drying, glued down. So I just cut some of it off so I could see a little bit better what I was doing. So I'm just making sure that everything is covered, holding it down a little bit so the wig can stick really well before I like let it go. And now you see, I was trying to use the scarf that they sent with the packaging, but it was just way too thick. And because I had already flat ironed the wig, I really didn't want to wrap it around my whole head because then it would create like an indentation. So I just got my little trusty little scarf that I've been using for everything, because it's like the perfect size. You see how it's small and it perfectly fits. It could go right over my ears and still cover like what needs to be covered, and it's just more convenient. So that's what I use. That doesn't mean that their like head wrap is bad. It's just it wasn't what I was looking for in the moment. So I left the scarf on for like 10 to 15 minutes just so that the glue could like really dry into place. This is my first time putting a scarf on with like the lace like still on without me cutting it, but I saw it on other people's videos and their installs just turned out so much better. So I was like, you know what, let me give it a try, because it did like seem just like a lot easier. So now it's time to take the scarf off after like 10 to 15 minutes. And yeah, that's what the wig was looking like. I don't know why I made that ugly face, but everything literally was like stuck down. Like everything, like that wig was not moving. It was glued down perfectly. Like, it was not going nowhere. Like, it literally just felt secure. Like, I felt safe and secure with the wig on. Like, it was not moving. Next, I went back in with a little bit more powder just to darken up the lace a little bit more, just because I felt like I didn't put enough on the first time and the lace was still just a little bit too light. And now I'm going in with my scissors to cut the lace down the middle. Basically, I just like cut the lace into sections, and then I use a little dollar eyebrow razor from the 99-cent store. This is like perfect for cutting your lace, y'all. Like, I really slept on this for a long time. I was using them scissors and my wigs just did not look right, and I'm just showing you, like, that's what I'm using, that's what I'm looking at, that's what I'm sideways. But yeah, I was always using scissors, and you know, they say cut in a zigzag line, but when you're using scissors and you have to turn your head at certain angles and it's hard to see, it's really hard to cut in a zigzag line because it never came out right for me, or I feel like maybe my scissors was just too big. But when you use an eyebrow razor, y'all, it really makes such a difference in your lace, like the way it looks, the way it lays, the way it's cut. Like, I feel like it's just more precise, and it's just like, it just makes everything look better. Like, don't sleep on the dollar eyebrow razor, y'all. Like, don't sleep at all. So now I'm just showing you guys like the excess glue that was on my forehead after cutting the lace. And yes, I was using hand sanitizer. I'm in college. I did not have no rubbing alcohol or nothing, so I really had to just improvise. So I just took some hand sanitizer, put it on a napkin, air dried it a little bit, because you know that hand sanitizer like smell be mad strong. And then I just used it to like carefully rub the glue off, and y'all, it literally worked the same way as rubbing alcohol, because I mean, there is alcohol in hand sanitizer, obviously. And yeah, like, it just did the same thing that alcohol did the job that I needed to do, so I have no complaints. I wouldn't recommend this all the time, but you know, if you're in a situation where you don't got no rubbing alcohol, this is definitely a great alternative, because it was gliding that glue right off. So now I'm just going in with the rat tail comb and slowly just pulling out some baby hairs for the front. I like the little like wispy baby hairs. I don't like the really like dragged out exaggerated baby hairs, because like I still wanted this to look kind of natural, but I realized after putting it on that I didn't pluck it enough. Like, on the mannequin head, I thought I plucked it too much, but I didn't pluck it enough, but it wasn't too bad. So I just used for my baby hairs some olive oil wrap setting mousse that we used like earlier on in the video, and I also used some black Got2b gel. Y'all, that is the best combo when doing your baby hairs, because Got2b alone will leave your edges crispy, and the wrap setting mousse alone won't let it stay laid down for days. But if you mix the two together, it will be laid for days and it won't be crispy at all. So I'm just using the same eyebrow razor I used to cut the lace, and I'm just cutting the baby hairs. When doing your baby hairs, it's honestly just a trial of you cutting the hair shorter and shorter, because you want to cut it a certain length to make sure it's not too short. Then you try to do the baby hairs, you realize that it's too long, and then you got to cut it shorter. And honestly, you're just going to play with it a little bit until you get the desired baby hairs that you're looking for. So after playing with it for a while, that's how my baby hairs turned out. On the other side, I actually have like 3 swoops instead of just 2. On this side, I left it alone because it needs to be plucked more, so I didn't even want to cut anything. But yeah, I just use the olive oil setting mousse and the Got2b, and you can see those things are laid down, but they don't look crunchy. They're not moving anywhere. Like, they just look perfectly fine. And I'm just taking my scarf again, which I don't know why it's taking me so long to like fold the scarf the way it needs to be folded. But whatever, you're just going to put the scarf back on and go about your day and do what you need to do until you remember to take it off, and your baby hair should be laid after that. So now it's time to take the scarf off and reveal the Wigiana. Feel me? She looks good. She looked great. There was a little bit of glue that I guess I missed and didn't clean off all the way, or that was like still on the scarf, whatever. And I'm just clipping the back of the wig. And yeah, she looks good. I know there's a little lump in the back because honestly, I didn't lay my braids down properly under this wig, but it was fine. It wasn't too crazy. I'm just fixing the part a little bit because it got a little bit messed up, and I'm going in with the hot comb just to make sure everything is laid down, period. So I actually recorded this the day after or the night after, but this is the final look of the wig. Ew, I hate my smile. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this install came out. The part looks great, the edges look great, everything looks fine. There is some stuff that I can fix, but I feel like overall this was a decent install and I really loved it. So Celie here, if you guys see this video, y'all should sponsor me, send your girl some wigs, feel me, I would love it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what you think of this install, and if you've ever tried this hair before. I absolutely loved it. Everything about the hair will be linked down below. Like, y'all, I literally love this hair, and I'm so happy at the fact that it came like pre-dyed, and like when I wet it with the mousse and with the water, the dye was not bleeding onto my hand at all, how most wigs are. I've had this wig in for about a couple days now, and it barely sheds, like barely. Like, literally, I'm shocked that it doesn't shed. It does not tangle. Like, mind you, I be sleeping with no bonnet on sometimes. Like, I literally love this wig, y'all. Make sure y'all check it out. Everything will be down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.